It seems like I'm always wearing t-shirts, huh? Well, I do like t-shirts. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my college horror stories. If you would like to hear some of them, please keep watching. This first horror story took place on March 5th. I was supposed to be going home that day, and I couldn't because there was striking going on due to tuition hikes. The whole base of campus was blocked off and nobody was able to leave campus and nobody was able to get on campus. That includes like workers and students and city buses. I was supposed to take a city bus from campus to downtown in order to make it to another bus that goes from downtown to San Jose to Stockton, and then get on the train to go home. None of that was able to happen because the striking, and I was stuck on campus. I accepted the fact I wasn't going to be able to go home, and I wanted to eat like any normal person. So I was gonna head to the dining hall, and apparently they were all closed except for one, which was kind of in the middle of campus, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is. It's in the middle of campus. Oh my god. Excuse my chair because you're probably always going to be hearing it as long as I'm filming right here. The only dining hall that was opened was the one in the middle, and I knew that it was going to be packed and I didn't want to go to it because packed places make me physically uncomfortable. Like, I cannot function with that many people around. Anyway, so I was like, I'm not about to go over there, and what if it closed, and what if I wasn't able to get in, you know? It was just like, it was too much. I didn't want to go, so I didn't, and I was hungry most of the day. I ended up going to a cafe that was close to my dorm. It was open initially, but when I got there, after waiting for like 10 or 15 minutes, they ran out of food and they closed. I mean, I understand that, like, they ran out of food because everybody's trying to eat. We're all hungry, you know? And I don't know if it was just me having a bad day, but for me that was a terrible day because I couldn't go home. I was hungry and I had to write this essay on an empty stomach. It was terrible. But meanwhile, there was like a lot of people just like turning up, and I'm just like there like moping around all sad. If none of those things, like if I wasn't supposed to go home that day and I had food and there was no class. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, because of the strike, classes got canceled. So yeah, if I wasn't under those circumstances, maybe I would have been all like happy and enjoying myself too, but because those things happened, I wasn't happy. And I was supposed to go to a party, and I was like, I can't go. I'm like hungry. I'm like, I have a headache and stuff. But my brother did end up bringing me food, so things got a little better. I did finish my essay, but I mean, overall that day was just not my day. It was my worst day at UCSC. It was like everything's against the rosy day, you know? So that was my first story. My second horror story is roommates. That's all that needs to be said. And my last horror story is about me taking math. I just wanted to get my math GE over with, and the professor I was going to take it with did not have good ratings on Rate My Professor. People warned me about him. They told me not to take it, especially since I'm not good at math, and I make that known. I am not a math person, you know? And I did end up taking the class, and it did not go well. My TA was horrible. Okay, maybe he wasn't horrible, but for me, the type of way I learn and the fact that I'm not a math person, it was hard, and I didn't learn anything from my professor or my TA. Good news was I did learn somewhat from my MSI leader or instructor. She was good. It's just that most of the people there understood the material and I did not. And as much as I tried to get a hang of it, I never really did. And when exams came around, I did not do well. It was awful. And I failed that class by like 1%. And I'm not the type of person to fail a class. That was the first time I ever failed a class in my whole life. Like, I graduated a valedictorian. I've never gotten any bad grade like that. And I guess that's something that you'll find out in college. Like, you may have been a top student in high school, and you might still be in college, but most likely it's not going to stay that way, because college material is difficult and there's a lot of students, so you're competing against a lot of people. And it's okay to fail a class. You just retake it and make sure you pass it next time, which I did. But that was also a struggle, because though my professor was good, spring quarter, my TA had a thick accent and I could not understand what she was saying. Actually, most of us could not understand what she was saying. We were all just looking at each other like, what did she just say? Because we did not understand. I guess it's not her fault. I'm not saying it's her fault. It's just we couldn't understand, we couldn't learn, you know? So that's all. Thanks for listening to me and my squeaky chair, and I'll see you guys next time.
I met him in outer space. He asked me what I was doing there, 'cause I looked out of place. I told